Welcome to Local Distortion. On this podcast, I'll be talking to the best up-and-coming independent artists and bands. I am your host, Daniel Kirk. My guests this week are God Hates Astronauts. What a fucking mouthful is that? Jesus Christ. Let's talk about that name.
Okay.
The controversial name.
Yeah, it's...
the name that's blocking us from BBC.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah. I would like to take point on this by first off saying when he pitched the name, I said no.
it was
very instantly.
It was a very
thoroughly.
definite no.
It's a great name.
I
think it's awesome.
Some people don't seem to think so.
No. I actually...
one person.
Many
the one person.
We got one. Well done, guys.
I mean, your parents probably don't like it. But...
It took them a while, definitely. I mean, I was raised in a fairly Christian family, and so as soon as I told my parents...
But it's not like saying,
you're
not... I don't think it's a bad thing because, you think that would make sense.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like astronauts being in the way.
Exactly. It's just...
Burglars.
Get out of my space.
Way, like Ed would spot a fly in the studio.
Trespassing on my land.
Get off my land.
Exactly.
And
if you say it enough, it kind of loses meaning to it.
Well,
anyway.
we refer to ourselves mainly as GHA.
Yeah.
Like if we speak to someone like about us, we always
maybe you should have
GHA.
opened that email for BBC that way as well.
Yeah, we are GHA. What it stands for doesn't matter.
I mean, does anyone really know what BBC stands for anymore?
I'm trying to
British
think.
Bullshit Company.
Yeah,
That's a good point. Take a band like CKY. If they were called Camp Kill Yourself, do you think everyone would have a problem with them? But because it's CKY, it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually.
It's a good point, isn't it?
I bet that was well loud.
Wow.
Wish it was
You've just shattered his eardrums in there.
We came up with a name. We came up with the name initially because I remember I was going through a phase of just like buying all sorts of comics from Forbidden Planet, and we were looking for a band name at the time. It was in college, and I just in this list in this bulk of comics that I bought for a really discounted price, I just pulled one out that was called God Hates Astronauts, and that was it. It didn't stick immediately.
Well, at the time I hated it, but I have to admit it has grown. It's grown a lot.
You're really selling this name, aren't we, Jordan? Thanks.
I am. Yeah.
We love our name. It's beautiful.
I like it, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
Absolutely.
Because my opinion is be all end all. To be
Absolutely.
honest. So.
Definitely.
I am God.
But no, I do genuinely think that is one of the reasons like a lot of people like maybe don't want to like do interviews with us. Maybe like BBC are like they've become so left wing now that if anything's even
it's just
mildly,
anything. They're so woke about fucking everything.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my God, we might have had one person.
You've got God in your name. It's like they're just so they just don't care.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh rules on the BBC. I think I wanted to get a job at the BBC once. Hopefully I'm going to apply for a job at the BBC and I'm going to send them this interview and then just get an angry letter back. That's the hope. I just want to piss off the BBC enough that someone might notice.
That's what I've been doing for the last 2 years.
Join forces, man.
Just harassing them with memes.
Yeah. I mean, it was originally done to spite them, and now I'm just like, I'm kind of doing better than them, I think. So
I'm seeing you pop up.
Yeah. I think my reputation is a hell of a lot better than theirs.
I mean, it gets a bit stale listening to Paloma Faith being interviewed over and over and over again, doesn't it? So you get
on Radio 1, yeah.
you get some actual decent musicians interviewing. I mean,
but Jordan's mum loves Paloma Faith. Let's not shit on her too much.
Let's not bring in my mum.
Definitely. Let's talk about Jordan's mum.
No. No.
That wasn't one of my questions.
I'm sorry. Well,
you do realise she's going to listen to this.
Oh yeah, but
my voice is going on.
She's our biggest supporter, mate.
Next.
Okay, so as there's 3 of you, can you describe God Hates Astronauts in just 3 words?
Oh God!
So that's like a word
one each.
Yeah.
God.
You can start.
Loud would be my one. That's pretty basic actually.
Average.
Someone go first. I need some time to think. Of
Outrageous.
Like a juicy meme.
That's my word.
Outrageous.
Of course, it was outrageous. Let's see, the gritty I think came to mind, but I think that seems very uninteresting in the scheme of things.
Yes, we're a big yellow box of grit that they put out one time a year.
Sweaty. How would you sweaty?
Sweaty, very sweaty.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
I think that's probably
sweaty.
That's the thing. I always make comment. I'm a ridiculously sweaty human being.
Spit, grit, and a whole lot of tape. That's it.
But yeah, I'm extremely on stage. Like my shirt normally comes off fairly quickly.
On our last gig, you took it off halfway through our first song.
Yeah.
Did you know it?
Wow. No, I took it off before the song. It was just like, I'm ready, and let's go.
Like you'd be playing, you would just turn around and Chris is naked.
Just turn up at the venue shirtless. Next
time. I will. Exactly. Otherwise, I'm just wearing essentially a towel, like a wet towel. It's like because it gets pretty grim, but I feel that shows how much effort I'm putting in.
Yeah, no, that's my word, sweaty. You can't hijack my word. Come up with your own.
I came up with gritty, didn't I? But that
that'll do.
Just beef.
Sweaty, gritty
beef. There we go. That's a word.
Sweaty, gritty beef.
Sweaty, gritty.
Sweaty, gritty beef.
There we go, 3 words. We did it.
Yeah.
Actually, did you? No.
Yeah, mine was outrageous. But
yeah,
sweaty, outrageous beef.
There you go. It's fun.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah?
Yeah, you nailed that question.
Thank
it
you.
usually takes bands about half an hour, that question. I mean,
Right,
come
guys,
on, listen
brain
to the
trust.
podcast. Be prepared.
Listen to Lucid. Lucid, they took their time coming up with words, didn't they?
I edited that down as well.
There was still about 100 ums.
No, I love those guys.
Yeah, they were
but
great.
yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah. But they're not the only ones. A lot of bands do struggle with that. So, yeah.
Inventive. We got this.
So as we're Local Distortion, would you like to give 3 shout-outs to local bands?
Or as many as 3.
Salty boys, our boys at Saltfen, we like them.
Yeah.
All right, band each?
Yeah, I'd go Saltfen.
Strange bands.
Oh, it's not local though, is it?
I don't.
No,
You said it in the car.
It'd be nice to give them a shout out at some point.
Once they've played a gig for me, then you can
Let
have
me give them a shout out.
Right.
Yeah.
No worries. I went to go see Goldblum the other day, and they are very good.
Yeah. I think they are top 3 in the scene right now.
Definitely.
Round here.
They are, and they're putting on gigs as well and bringing people. Because this gig I went to, I think Jeffro was definitely a big part of organising that thing, and he had a band from Brighton and a band from Glasgow there, and I was just sitting there.
Glasgow.
I know.
Wow.
And they were the band from Brighton and Glasgow were touring together, and it was all just so well put together. And
he's on it.
Exactly. I think people like yourself, people who are really helping the community as well. It's really interesting to see, and I like to be a bigger part of that as I can.
Yeah. So we had a band down from Southampton on Saturday for our most recent one. So yeah.
Can I say Volpine Smile? Has anyone said that?
Oh yeah, Volpine Smile.
Yeah, they've got the
Top
groove.
guys.
They're
Yeah,
good.
they are fucking
They are
awesome.
interesting. So
Yeah,
that
their
is
EP
mine.
was sick. I love that.
We got some stuff in the books with them as well. We're
Definitely
working out something that may or
Maybe
may not.
I do too. But I cannot confirm or deny those rumours.
Nice. Yeah, we've got an idea in the works. I think also we're working with the Black Cortinas.
Yes.
I'm really shouting out too many bands, aren't I?
This is
No.
not
I
three.
think. Yeah, I think that's 3.
Yeah,
we've
Saltfen.
had one each. Yeah.
I am partial with some Saltfen though. I see the bassist from Saltfen walk past my work all the time, and I bang on the window, and he never hears. So if you're listening, can you respond, please?
Yeah, but aren't you on
Right
the
in the
second
train
floor?
station.
Yeah, but I bang loud.
Obviously not loud enough.
No.
You just bang even more and they just break the glass.
We don't.
Showering with broken
Well,
glass.
Couldn't go without saying Asbestos as well. We've known those guys for
Yeah,
ages.
fuck those guys.
No, we've known those guys for ages. They've always been good to us as well, and they're good friends from college actually as well for me and Jordan. And,
Yeah.
I just don't like James. He just annoys me.
He's the one that went to college with us. He's the worst. No, he is. If he's listening, he'll know as well.
Yeah.
We took the piss out of him so much.
We've kissed and made up, me and James, so we're cool now.
I like James.
I've got
Small doses.
Which one's James?
The
James
small
Allison.
one.
The one with
James Addison.
the one who wears that stupid fanny pack.
Yeah.
He's got this thing now where he wears a fanny pack, but he wears it
Wrong.
across his chest.
Like an ammo belt.
I don't know.
he's
I don't know
so
what
edgy.
he's doing. I don't know what he keeps in there.
Yeah,
Are we
correct.
just making this the James
Pretty much. We'll move.
tribute podcast?
Yeah, let's definitely move on from Asbestos.
Bass for James is Asbestos, but guitar for James is John Mayer and every other influence he's got going on. So I actually have a lot of respect for him from that point of view.
Yeah.
Next.
Don't about that much.
I like James.
So, speaking of inspirational, would you like to name some bands that inspire you as people? Maybe just one, like your favourite, most influential band for you?
I could go. I'm probably gonna go for something like more right now rather than something that I've grown up on. I think Idols.
How dare you?
Don't forget your roots, boy.
Yeah, just going with the times, man.
I think Idols right now. I discovered them late last year, and they released their debut album Brutalism, and it's incredible. Like the whole.
Brutal.
I was waiting for it.
Right, I think they get called post-punk, but it's really hard driven, very emotional, kind of punk,
emo,
rocky music. No, not emo. Take that word off your vocabulary. No, they're very, very not emo. But no, I go check them out. They've got some really banging songs. I also struggle to describe Idols because they're not quite.
I've literally never listened to one.
Yeah, it's because any music I show you, you're just like, oh, it's shit.
I'm like that. That's like my go-to answer. Like someone shows me something, I'm like, looks shit.
Yeah, close-minded. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm not close-minded. I'm picky. You? What about you?
Me?
What about your bandmates, were you? You were just like, yeah, I'll join this band. That'll be fine.
I like this band.
You'll do.
They'll do.
I'm going to let you guess what I'm going to say.
Is it
Band or
Doom
artist?
soundtrack?
An artist.
Is it Metallica?
Of course it's
Of
Metallica.
course it's Metallica.
Of course it's fucking Metallica. Who else is it going to be?
Saint Anger?
Yeah, that's my favourite album.
That's his favourite album.
Oh, really?
He loves it.
Yeah!
Wow.
He wanted. I was going
It's
to
got to
get.
be someone's favourite.
I gotta get the back patch. Yeah, at some point. We've been meaning to do that. We've been meaning to do a lot of things as a group. But yeah, no, I've always grown up listening to Metallica, and I think from a writing point of view, they do influence a lot of what I put into the songs. But kind of the Triffids EP is moulded into something else. Maybe not as much influenced by just myself and as a band, but Metallica have always kind of been there. So that's mine.
Yeah, they just won't go away. That's the problem.
Mine. This might offend you a little bit, Chris, but
was it the 1975?
I absolutely fucking love Fight Star.
I thought you were going to say the 1975. I was going to
Come
like.
here.
They're great.
Oh, look at these guys.
Behind the Devil's Back is
I fucking love Fight
possibly
Star, man.
the best album I've
I'm
ever
like the
listened
biggest
to.
Fight Star
Yeah.
fan ever. I
Like,
don't care.
Do you know, like...
I have everything. I have vinyl. I have singles.
Yeah, man.
I've got Charlie on my ceiling. No, I haven't. I had to say that down.
Do you know, like, their routine for recording?
No.
Like Amar, the drummer, has, like, his own business, so he's not constantly on the music scene, but they...
Didn't Charlie do drums sometimes?
Sometimes,
I know that,
yeah.
yeah.
They come together to write an album, tour it, and then go off and do their own thing for, like, 2-3 years, and they come back again.
Busted.
Like,
Fuck
busted,
you,
yeah.
busted.
But
Stealing
they're
Charlie
sort
away.
of due for another album soon, and I'm going to go see them live because I haven't done it yet.
I've seen him like 7 times, mate. Fucking incredible band.
I love them.
It's
I think
been
they're
So
good.
underrated as well.
I know.
So
It's
underrated.
mental.
Oh.
Like it's really rare for me to find an album where I like every single
Yeah,
song.
man. That
And
album
Behind
is-
the Devil's Back
Yeah,
is
that album is incredible.
crazy.
I love all their albums though. I could listen to it
What's
one
your favourite
repeat.
Fight Star song?
Ah, don't do this to me, man.
The interviewee has become the interviewee.
Ooh. I want to say probably the one that's had the most impact on me is probably like Sleep Well Tonight or something.
Yeah.
When I first heard that,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
This is
mine's
awesome.
either Death Car
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah. A special place. for
Mercury
that one.
Summer. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I like Mercury Summer.
Yeah,
Sharp
that's a
tongue,
tune.
though.
Sharp Tongue off.
Come on.
Yeah. That's
Whoa.
dirty tune.
It's great. But yeah, that's my...
I do love the second album as well. Just all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Which one's that? Is that Grand Unification?
No,
Second
the One Day Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one? That's got Amaze on it.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great,
sick.
yeah. They're definitely on my bucket list to see live. Yeah.
Let's go together. Let's do it.
I'm down.
Just
So,
yeah.
We'll book them. Cambridge.
Yes, I will book
first support.
fucking Fight Star in Cambridge.
Return
Yeah.
investment. That is. Get with the blue moon and just like. That'll be
We'll just tell no one until like the night of. And just be like, by the
private
way,
concert. But yeah, by the way, also this is like a 100 capacity venue. Just want to let you guys know
Yeah.
now. Also, we have to provide our own PA.
yeah, I have a PA. That's fine.
Sorry.
That's why I put on gigs.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's how we started getting put on gigs. We bought our own PA. It's so incredibly useful around here.
Oh
There's
yeah,
just
yeah.
no-
Then you're like every band's best friend.
exactly. It's very easy to
They're
work.
like, they have a shit name, but they have a PA. It's like, ooh.
GHAPA.
GHAPI. Yeah. It's too many letters.
So now we're going to go all the way back to the very beginning. What was the first album you ever acquired with your own money? So this was like one you downloaded or you actually bought a physical copy?
Mine was, and I'm still very proud of this because it's probably still like one of my favourite albums. Is Only Revolutions by Biffy Clyro.
Yeah, I like that for a week. And then I just had it on repeat too much and I was like, okay, I'm done here.
Yeah,
But it's very good.
yeah.
It is good. But I've had my Biffy phase now. I'm over it.
I see. The more I listen to them, the more I find out. Like because I found them pretty late into the albums. You know, it was their
So they
5th album, I think. Evolutions was.
Yeah, they've got loads of the ones before they sold out.
Yeah, because the first 3 ones were like
and then they
like
started
hard
doing
and like math rock stuff.
and
Really interesting.
then they just went really poppy.
Yeah, it was a good album for me to get into them, but I think it helped me like discover their full range of stuff throughout. You're right. Calm down. Don't stop talking.
No, it's not you.
I'm sure. Okay. Well, what was your first album you ever bought with your own money, Jordan?
I'm trying to think about it. That's why I want to keep talking.
You're just huffing and puffing away like, oh shit.
Get on it.
Looking at you, Ed.
Well, I know mine. Mine is...
Still hasn't bought one yet.
No, I've never bought an album. No, mine's Hysteria by Def Leppard. That was my first album.
Nice. Very cool.
Love your Def Leppard, don't you?
Nice.
Def Leppard, yeah.
It's one of those things that... I know I can't have a conversation with you about Def Leppard because I don't know enough about them.
I love them.
Elaborate. Jordan still needs more time to think.
It's either... Like when you asked biggest influence, it was a toss-up between 5 Star and Def Leppard. I should love Def Leppard. I think they're brilliant. Before Steve Clark died.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
You still lost?
No, ain't gonna happen. It was some Metallica album at a car boot sale. That's all I remember.
Right.
That'll do.
We don't need to know what one.
That'll do.
Sums it up all pretty well. Oh, it's a Metallica album. I imagine it sounds...
Yeah, probably Master of Puppets or something. Yeah.
Metallica, great.
It's alright, they're just one of the biggest bands in the world. It's alright.
Everyone except you wants them just to give up, man.
Let someone else headline download.
Precisely.
Let's talk about your new EP,
Yes.
Triffids. Where did you record it?
We recorded it at Blue Barn Studios in Little Downham.
With the man himself, Robine.
Oh.
We just call him Robine.
He's the most interesting person I've ever met. He's odd, but he's great.
He is odd. He is another level of odd.
He's one of these guys who I think's just gone through like he's gone through the industry, he's seen it all, and now he's come back and he's just living in his little house in the middle of a field with a massive shed next to it. Hires it out, and he's living off other people coming and playing. He's got it sorted, but he's a complete nutter.
He's great.
I love him.
He's made such an impact. If I never see him again, I will still remember him till the day I die.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's brilliant.
He
I
is.
love him. I think he's wicked.
Did he try to rename one of our tracks to The Eternal Anguish of Brandon the Horse?
He did.
Yes.
He
What
genuinely
track
did.
was He is the most special man you will ever meet. But I love him to pieces because before the last gig we did, we had to practice somewhere else because he was booked up, and we practiced at what was it? Oh, it's not important enough to remember.
It
was in Soham, and it was just shit, utterly shit. And I've never missed that man so much in my life.
Are you guys up from that way then? Is that where you're based?
So
I live in Ely.
These guys are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I'm from Fordham, but I lived in Littleport for like 10 years, so I knew of that area. And
I live in Cambridge. So.
Yeah.
I live just around the corner from my drummer.
Oh,
as well.
Yeah,
you
so
all live
when
kind of
I
near
go to pick them up, it's just like he's there. He's there.
Yeah.
It's sick.
He's like our taxi stuff.
Yeah, because I'm the only one that. Well, he drives
He's
a
able
bike.
to
He drives a
do it.
bike, but that's not really much help with a PA.
No.
I try my best. Yeah, I'm one less seat in the car. Fine. I can carry
Yeah,
some.
but you still get in the car. Right. Okay.
You're
All right.
sorry about driving.
So let's do a track by track commentary of this marvellous EP you have created.
Alrighty then.
So track 1, Triffids.
I wrote it.
Oh,
No. I wrote it in about half an hour. The
Sounds a good
the
start,
arrangement
yeah.
of the track itself, and I never expected it to turn into, let alone an EP about plants. But
yeah, what's with the Triffids thing?
it's this man over here.
It's me. So
Because obviously it's like a cult film, innit?
yeah, it was the Day of the Triffids. It's like reasonably well.
Was it 1960s?
Yeah,
Something?
kind of era.
How old is it, Dad?
It's like around the same era as Hitchcock.
You grew up with Triffids.
But no, I don't know. I think
good films. They are very good.
There's more than one?
there's various adaptations of the book.
Okay.
It's, but I remember I read the book when I was younger, and I don't know, I kind of just wanted to. When I heard that massive riffage, I think I can't really come up with a specific.
Riffage? Triffids.
Yeah, exactly. it just worked. It was the
Day
line
of the
that did it.
riffage.
But I don't really know what inspired me to make it specifically that theme, but it just went. It worked so well with the song, and I quite liked the idea of kind of adapting the kind of classic horror style for the whole EP. I guess it's. I think Cameron, if he was here, would say.
Cameron's a drummer, by the way.
Yeah, if he.
We call him.
You didn't mention him earlier. So I just assumed you were a three-piece.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Sorry.
Cameron is in Amsterdam at the moment, doing things. So.
Doing Amsterdam things.
Yes.
But
I'm sure we can all imagine what he's doing.
Sightseeing.
Yes.
Clogs.
Clogs.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Having
Having a brownie.
Yeah, I think Cameron's always found that one a bit funny. I think the lyrics are, however aggressive they may sound being sung, that song was always kind of a bit of fun. It
had a great response when I put it on my weekly podcast. A lot of guys out there who listened to it hadn't heard you guys before and heard that track, and it really
We always open up with it on stage. It's a big kind of way to get
definitely.
Get people.
It definitely grabs people's
for.
attention.
It's a great introduction song. It
definitely
sets the tone for the rest of the gig.
Definitely.
There was like a 4-minute intro that went with it before it, and it was like
I'm sure would be flagged for copyright if I actually.
Is it like half the film or something?
It's just various bits and pieces.
Various end of the world sounds put together, leading up to. So when it said the day of the Triffids, then the guitar would come in, and it would be like a monstrous
I mean, you could
entry.
have that as a soundbite for your gig before you start.
Oh yeah, we used to.
We used to, but
It's
you lose your
it
iPod?
takes
I
up
can't
a lot.
remember what we did. It was
My phone stopped working at one gig, and then which we never did it since.
just never bothered. Never have an aux cord.
Fun thing with that one, on stage though, live, I always get out a megaphone.
Nice.
Yeah, so when it's like "Here Come the Triffids," just like put the microphone in the megaphone, and then just make the most amount of.
It sounds
possible.
monstrous.
It makes the most disgusting, beautiful noise.
That would be sick.
It is. It's very fun live. I think it's a good way. We've always prided ourselves on our live performances, and I think it's a good way to kind of let people know up front what they're getting into. With
it is just like here we are. It's like a big.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
That's usually when people leave.
If you've got past the name and then you don't like the first song, fuck off.
We played a little gig in near the King's School Field in Ely. What was that for? Like a little showcase, and there were like several.
They do gigs in Ely.
Yeah, I know. We were surprised too.
It's like this little.
I
want
to do a gig in Ely.
Yeah, this guy wants to like start up a venue, so he had us on to like test the venue out. And it was like a showcase, so there were people like 8-year-old kids and with their grandparents.
Jam nights. They all play like ACDC.
We went round the crowd and we go to all these like, old people like, right, just to make you aware, we are extremely loud.
Oh, so
we would not be offended if you wanted to leave before we come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, we'll stay, we'll try it out. He opens with his first note, just D. Like 5 people walked out. It was brilliant.
I mean, you gave them warning. Though.
We gave them warning.
That's
yeah.
nice.
I was worried they were going to fall backwards on their chair, let alone. I'd
Kill
rather they walk out than actually, fall over. But
It's a great video, isn't it? Let me open up, little fucking.
Open this fucking place up. 8-year-old kids smashing into each other. Love it.
so that's Triffids. This is Mama Jack. What you got to say?
Mama Jack. I love Mama Jack. It's like I love the ending because it sort of gives us a chance to just make really nice textual music among like
it gives us time to connect again live because we're all kind of bashing about going for it, and then we all like, well, we have to come together and actually listen to what we're doing and like kind of pay attention.
It's our serious musician moment in the gig
because he has to go around, he has to walk around the keyboard and go under things. And,
by which point it's already like one song in, so I've already got about a swimming pool amount of sweat on me.
Sliding all over the keyboard.
Yeah, sliding all over the keyboard. That's.
Mama Jack was the only song on the album where the arrangement changed quite a lot. We do the long instrumental bit at the end, and then the way I originally planned it was to come back into like the pre-chorus riff and go heavy again, and it just didn't work. And we spent so long dragging out this, like it used to be a lot longer than it is on here. We kind of got it down to a fine art when it came to recording, but we used to just drag it out, and I think that was just the beauty of it. It's like it's the calm after the storm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just...
It takes a really big, drastic turn, though, because obviously from the first track, you're thinking, okay, I know what I'm in for. Yeah. And then this track, you're kind of like, oh, shit. there's more to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pianos
then-
are quite jarring when you first hear them. It's not quite, I guess, what you expect from.
No, is it? It wasn't
After
what
hearing
I was
Triffids.
expecting at all. Like
Yeah.
the first time I heard it as well, and then obviously moving on to track 3, Hanging
Mhm.
from the Ceiling.
This-
It does take that turn and just you go with that
Yeah.
for this song, and it's probably like the most standout song for me. I think
Hanging.
on the EP.
Okay.
Well, the first,
Yeah.
what, Hanging from the Ceiling?
Yeah, I think it's a great song.
I appreciate that. I wrote that one in about, again, 45 minutes. There was a kind of sitting behind a piano, working stuff out, and
Yeah, this was kind of the one that Chris did completely by himself. No one else had any hand in it.
no, things have been added later on, and definitely you've got
Yeah.
really interesting original solos that I could never even dream of thinking.
Oh yeah, like the
Yeah.
solos. Yeah,
Yeah,
none
like
of
the
that was
solo in
intended.
it as well. It's just like this is cool.
But even like what I play in the chorus, that lead line, that was just a counter melody he had originally. I was like, that sounds really cool. I'm going to play it. And then like we didn't know if it was thick enough, but with the piano and everything else, you just got this whole merge. Of
Yeah, it's
instruments.
just there's so many layers to it, and I
Yeah.
think that's what makes it so like grandiose as well, which is really cool.
So I feel like we're often I think we're probably better represented by our heavier songs, but I love.
Yeah, of course.
But-
But like
I love Hanging.
having that different aspect to you guys in that EP just makes you
more human.
sort of. Well, no, it just shows off your talent a lot more, and like
But it
you
was something.
you could have easily just stuck like 5 heavy songs.
Yeah.
on
Thi-
that
this is the
quite
thing.
easily.
Before we went into recording, it was. I wouldn't say it was a debate, but we did. You know, we talked a lot about whether we want Hanging on there, because do we want it to be 5 balls out, just tracks
Yeah.
non-stop, or do we want
I think it
something-
breaks it up perfectly.
something to calm down in the middle?
I think it would have been way too much if it was 5 tracks,
Yeah.
and they probably would have got like jumbled together. You know, when bands shove an EP together, and you're just like, okay, which song was I just listening to? It's very hard to like differentiate from
Yeah.
like which song is which. But with that song in there, it's very easy to know which song you are listening to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very proud of Hanging lyrically. Like, it's
Yeah, it's great lyrics as well. Yeah,
I appreciate that. No, it's it was weird. Like what it was about when I wrote it was I remember I was doing my GCSEs, and me and my friends at the time, we did not want to revise, and we just ended up like writing comic books and stuff. And it was kind of, I think it was the realization that I was escaping my own life's problems and shit by like dreaming up about superheroes and shit. And that's what it was about. It was about, yeah, kind of, would it be, if you actually went out and did that stuff in real life, the kind of real life consequences of that. I feel, I'm not quite sure how well that's represented through the song, but it's like,
I
if you-
get what you mean.
yeah. No, I get that from that song. Yeah, definitely.
it's about responsibility. No, it's fucking not. It's absolutely not about responsibility.
But Hanging's definitely audio peak wise. We've hit rock bottom, and then Outrage kind of brings it back
Yeah.
up. That was, I think, out of everyone in the band, when we came to deciding how this would go on the EP, Cameron was the one, I think, that kind of came up with the start real heavy, come down, and
Yeah.
draw it back up again.
Yeah.
And I think Outrage does that perfectly. It's like the slowest one on the album,
Mm.
and it just,
But still quite heavy.
yeah, it's
Mm.
it's my favourite on the album, definitely. But
EP.
Uh,
What's that?
EP, whatever you want to call it.
It's not jump shit.
It's also the one with the most hated lyric.
Oh,
yes.
right. This is a massive
Okay.
controversy within the band. Our drummer hates the lyrics for Outrage.
No, he only really hates it in the bridge.
Right, we have a lyric. Oh, should we say-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
We
Yeah,
have a
say what it
lyric
is.
saying.
It's my
You
parent.
remember it?
Yeah, it
It's
goes,
in the bridge.
it goes, my parents said the music scene would chew me up and spit me out. And
Cameron hates
Cameron-
it.
Cameron
like
hates
that.
it. He thinks it's so like, oh, my parents.
So, you know,
No.
Mark-
I remember hearing that, and I actually quite like it. So
Hey!
he's wrong.
He's right, and I just want to say, Mum, if you're listening, I don't hate you. Dad as well. Like this isn't about you. Like I don't want you to feel at all offended by the music. I just
Yes,
want
it
an
is.
opportunity to actually say that, because I've been waiting for
You're
that
just
awkward conversation.
generalising. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's a general thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's how the youth feel today.
It's like, God,
It's like
Mom.
it's great because like we play
So
it. We
at the
play it
back.
every single gig, and every time that lyric comes up, everyone just looks at Cameron.
we all kind of make an effort to turn around and kind of mouth it to him like really
My
loud.
parents said.
And that's when I usually play
That's
something
what I
wrong
go
'cause
to
I'm
school
not paying attention. That's, yeah.
Exactly.
But I think the song overall, I think me and you were discussing this quite clearly. It's very much like a tantrum. It's like lyrically, the song is complaining about everyday things that we kind of sit and do, like sitting in traffic or stuff like that, and we're just like
road rage.
It is just a rage song kind of thing.
And then like
come up onto the stage and like shout about it with us kind of thing.
Some would say an outrage.
Yeah.
Oh, but
this is an outrage.
Yeah, but then just after the moany.
Sorry, was that Mike
parentage?
Yeah. 10 minutes later.
But then after the like moany parenty bridge.
Is that what the moon's from?
No, that's like a really old film, like the same sort of
the
era as
original
Triffids.
animation?
Maybe that's when he got it from.
Possibly.
Finish your sentence.
I'm the moon.
But outrage. Like there's that kind of moany parenty bit that Cameron doesn't like, but obviously still stands out. And then just after that, it's just like a full-on tantrum of a guitar riff, which I love. I love how that song ends. It's I will normally it's not in the EP, but live I'll just like scream just some random shit over.
No, you scream. You always scream at the breakdown, and it waits for you, and it's in a Slipknot song.
I stole it from a Slipknot song. Yeah, I do it live. And it waits for you
every time. Every time. People just assume it's our lyrics, but it's not. So and then to obviously draw this EP to a close, we have Criminals, which
is my favourite song.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of leaked that one a bit early, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was kind of a good one to show off.
It's a palate cleanser.
Definitely. Yeah. That one was. God, we must have written that. It
was a very long time ago. Like the first year we met, kind of thing, and I just played that riff. So the first before it goes to the solo bass, I just had that. So about 20 seconds of audio, and he came round and heard it and was like, "Give me a mic," and he just screamed. Loudly about 7 times, and then I think the first one was the one we went with in the end. He had that 20 seconds of audio on repeat the whole bike journey home, and then the song just kind of naturally.
I was driving back from Littleport to Stetchworth, where I used to live,
which is about 45 minutes.
45-minute drive. I remember.
Wow.
Had my headphones in my motorcycle helmet, and I was listening to this one thing on repeat, just over and over again. Like I just kept stopping and pulling over and writing notes on my phone. I was like, "This is it. We've done it. We broke."
Was that also when you found your cat?
Not the same day, no.
Not the same day.
Just to add a little side note to that, we when we were in the studio, Chris was recording the first scream in that song, and he kept doing it, and there was something missing every time. So we asked him to put as much force into it as he possibly could, put more force into it than you have on any note you've ever done, and he threw up.
Wow!
But
he screamed so hard, he goes and run out.
That's the version that's on the EP, though. That is the scream before the vom.
That is usually what people do. Actually, they'll get to that point.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they'll get to that point, and usually that is the best one.
But most producers would be a little bit shook by that. Robot, I think he just started laughing.
Robot's done so many drugs, hasn't he? He's seen it all. He's good old. Such a weird fella. But it's another kind of weird complainy song, I guess. I think it was before we even really knew what the music scene was. It was us complaining about how we couldn't get shows and stuff like that.
Couldn't get on introducing.
Exactly, fucking introducing.
Couldn't get on local distortion.
I
mean, your tactic was like all my Instagram pictures.
Pretty much,
so harass you.
Yeah.
Same way you got the strange
fucking harass me. Did it harass me,
Yes.
It worked, yes.
Well, it did, because I was like, James, these guys are your mates, aren't they? I was like, tell them to fuck off. Stop spamming my Instagram.
But that's the EP in a nutshell.
That is the EP wrapped. Just want to point out one other thing.
The artwork.
The artwork
is really good.
Was a very big. We had a lot of arguments about this.
We did.
Me and Ed were kind of team A. We wanted the royal blood, very
plain, simplistic.
Yeah, I love simplistic. Like Hands Like Houses.
Yeah,
their artwork's great. Like just borders and clean writing.
Ed and no.
I just don't think that would have worked.
No, me and Cameron were more interested in the big. I knew I wanted yellow on it for some reason. I don't know why.
It just stands out as well. Not many people really use.
I didn't want yellow till I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, that's catchy. I like that.
Because you guys we were having this big discussion that got a few raised voices.
like some proper serious arguments over this artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good though, because a lot of
Passion.
people, it's like a second thought. And you can tell that with most bands who come in here as well. They're just like, the artwork, it's this, it's that. They don't really care about it. Whereas, like, it's nice that you've actually, like, given a shit and just, like, shown that you really want something.
There's nothing on this EP that was kind of like, that will do. Everything had...
And that's what's good. Because
even too much thought at some
then again,
points,
a lot of bands do that. They're just like, these tracks will do.
Yeah.
That's an EP. Yeah. And it's just, like, it's so refreshing that you actually, like, have put all this effort in. And it definitely shows when you listen to it. You're like, oh, holy shit. They've actually, like sunk a lot of time and effort into this.
So much so that I really hated the recording process, because it was like taking these songs that we'd been working hard and written and picking them apart, and ultimately we came out with a great product because I put all that stuff aside and we worked it out, but it's a really rough process, picking apart something that you've put.
I think the studio was difficult as well, because it was kind of everyone's highlighted in the spotlight. Cameron,
I was actually talking to Chris about that earlier. Like, when you rehearse and play gigs, you're in the middle of all this noise, and when you're actually recording, it's your part isolated from the rest.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, like it turned out we were recording Triffids, and because I joined the band like maybe a year and a half ago. Turns out I'd been playing the riff wrong for about a year and a half. But because,
you don't pick up.
You don't pick up on it because you're in the middle of all this noise, and then when you sit in the studio and everyone's watching you, going, "All right,
wrong."
And you record, "That's wrong." Well, I've been playing it like this for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it got a bit hectic at some points, I will admit, but it was all worth it.
We've come out of a product that we've worked hard on and
we're proud of.
Yeah, that were actually hurt to make.
But we were talking about the artwork, and I wanted to shout out, Elliot Robinson did a fantastic product overall.
Friend of Cameron's, he's a very good artist.
It's really cool artwork. Definitely.
Fits.
I like how this one's creased as well. I like the aesthetic.
It's been used.
I like that.
It's getting used
more than the ones in our box at home. We can still go and sell them. It's all right. 7th of June.
It's been in my car for a couple of weeks.
There we go. Yeah. Nice. Have the hot seat. So that's the EP. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you and good night.
So let's play a track. I want to play track 3. Do you want to introduce that?
Yes. So track 3 from my EP, that is
Freak on a Leash.
Hanging from the Ceiling. Agent Orange 64. She's a knocking at your door. Knock, knock, wake up, sleepyhead. And just like that, bang, bang, you lost the game. That's right, you're dead. Working daily, all the rich guys drive around in their fast cars. Am I crazy? 'Cause the voice is talking in my head that's saying, oh yes you are. Are we heroes or are we trying to make our own lives more appealing? I think I'm special, but the blood is rushing to my head from hanging from the ceiling. Searching through his bag of tricks, wearing nothing but all black. But it's too late now, should have had someone to watch your back. Operator 999, I am witnessing an unholy crime. Mass vigilantes waging wars. We are just confused, man, you need to find a cause. Working
drive around in their fast cars. Am I crazy? 'Cause the voices talking in my head, they're saying, oh yes you are. Are we heroes or are we trying to make our own lives more appealing? I think I'm special, but the blood is rushing to my head from hanging from the ceiling. From the ceiling.
So let's do the most popular question from Local Distortions podcast. Would you like to start a rumour about God hates astronauts?
I think we should. Oh, but what kind of rumour?
I'm leaving the band.
Oh God,
You're joining asbestos.
I'm leaving the band.
You know, the amount of jokes.
I'm leaving the band has been a running joke for the entire of God.
Oh yeah, if anything slightly inconvenient happens, like I left my guitar pick at home, I'm leaving the fucking band.
Done. I'm out. Screw this shit. I'm out. I used to get so touchy with it as well because I was genuinely worried that you guys were gonna like leave.
You only have one guitar pick anyway, and you always forget it.
It's a fucking good one.
Start a rumour though. It's got to be something good.
We are on the bill to play with Frank Carter
That would
at some point.
That's not.
I want to get a rumour going that we're gonna play Trees next year.
Yes, there we go. Let's do that.
2,000 Trees.
I'm aware.
That's all.
Hell yeah!
That's the rumour.
Yeah,
That's the rumour. Next year we're playing 2,000 Trees.
Yeah.
We're going this year. We went last year. It is the best festival.
Just take your gear and just confuse people.
Like,
oh yeah.
We're here to play.
We're here to play. Like
we got an
we
email
have all
about
our
it a
gear.
few weeks ago, and it's oh, I've lost it. I've got it.
Like, where are our passes? Just be like fucking divas about it. Just be like, where the fuck are our passes? And just kick up a fuss, and people will panic, and they'll just let you in.
Pull an
before you know it.
Tantrum.
Yeah. Before you know it, you'll be on the main stage playing.
Yeah, no. So the amount of places you can sneak in just by pretending that you belong.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I got into Trinity College Mayball once for doing the same thing. I met nothing but thieves. Because,
really?
Because they were playing. They were privately hired, and I
fucking hell.
I snuck out and I met them, and because I was the only person there that knew them, because they were just hired to play an event.
Oh, okay.
They loved me. I looked like a right fanboy. And no one
could see that.
Text all the time.
No, they invited me to go watch them from backstage, and I did in this weird little tent in the middle of Cambridge. Just felt so weird, but it was amazing. Yeah, you can talk your way into anything.
Are you going to say about the Corn Exchange then?
What about
who you met there with Nathan?
Oh yeah, I met Noel Fielding by sneaking into the Corn Exchange.
You snuck in?
I used to work at the Corn Exchange, and their security is shit. It is shit.
It is. They just leave all the fucking doors.
They just leave it all open.
I snuck in, and because I did an interview with Public Service Broadcasting in the Corn Exchange before.
Oh, they're cool.
They're interesting guys. But we went up the stairs though, and I opened this door, and there was this guy with an iPad answered. And I was like, oh fuck, we've been caught. And I said, oh hi, we're here for an interview with Noel Fielding, and he just looks at his clipboard for a second and then goes, yeah, it's that room over there. So I just walk in.
He's probably like inside. He's like, oh shit, it's not there. I'm gonna get in so much fucking trouble.
It's too late.
Yeah, I'll just let you in. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we managed to very sneakily get a sneaky picture of Noel and his brother before their tour manager said that they didn't book any press for that tour, and that someone had been clearly pulling our leg. I managed to get away with it as well.
Wow.
And then was escorted out of and then watched Noel Fielding play at the Corn Exchange. No problem. No one didn't let me in. I was dead surprised. That was a good
What do you
day.
mean you watched him play?
Well, he did a live comedy set.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but that was a good day. Yeah.
Not bad.
So yeah, that's
So that's
just let everyone know on Local Distortion. It's very easy to sneak into the Corn Exchange.
Just break into the Corn Exchange on a regular
Probably
basis.
haven't changed your code since I worked there.
Yeah, we'll
And it
give
is-
that out. Yeah.
Do not get us sued.
I can't remember
The
anyway.
code is in the description of this podcast. If you want to get in.
Yeah, but definitely. Start giving out balaclavas at our gigs, and then we'll just let people like sneak into wherever they like. We're going
Isn't
to
that
endorse
Strange
crime. Yeah, I'm going to steal that from them as well, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the rumour. We're going to be playing at Trees
Trees
next year.
We are.
I'm
front
also
runners
starting another rumour that I'm leaving to join Fight Star.
I thought you were leaving to start like a synthwave band or something.
Have you heard?
Gunship.
Gunship!
Oh my god! I fucking love
We
Gunship.
like was it Tech Noir?
Yeah.
It's a great song. I showed you the other
That
day.
whole album, man. That was my
amazing.
2015 summer right there.
That's grooving. It's grooving.
Top.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm genuinely considering like writing a synthwave album
Yeah.
by myself.
Do
Yes,
it.
you can.
My dad's into all that. Do it with
Fuck
him.
yeah!
Let's do
He
it.
loves it. He loves all that shit.
Team
Do
up.
it.
Yeah.
I believe in us.
Yeah, do it. You can do vocals.
I kind of said I'd
Bit
have
of
no.
reverb.
I said I'd have no
Yeah,
involvement. with the synthwave
I put it
album.
on Facebook. I was going, right, fuck it, I'm writing a synthwave album, and he goes, "Be doing it by yourself." Alright.
No one else was commenting on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not into the idea of a
That-
synthwave album.
yeah.
I will fund that album.
Hell yeah!
Well, in that case,
I'm in.
that changes everything.
You've made your decision, boy.
Now you're out. Fuck off.
Yeah, Trees next year. Be on the lookout.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I might just do like a whole load of viral marketing towards people
Trees.
running trees and actually try and make
Just
that
pictures
happen.
of us
'cause I
standing in
would,
front of
And
trees.
just
for a
do
year.
the volunteer thing.
yeah,
Because then you get in for free being a volunteer. Like, oh yeah, that's my tent in that bag when it's your guitar in your hand.
Yeah, that'd be wicked.
yes,
Do it.
Yes, that's
And I will film it and be in that bag that you bring in. I'll
We
just
got it.
pop
We got a
out.
plan.
The,
We're
I'll
gonna
just
start.
pop out the suitcase.
like a Mary Poppins handbag and climb out.
Yeah, exactly. Bring a lamp.
put this in the bag. No worries.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just a back line in one little rucksack.
I imagine you'd probably forget something. I reckon if you had the biggest bag in the world, we'd still like have
You'd be like, shit, where's my pick?
exactly. That'll be the one thing that'll be missing. It'll be your pick or your foot pedal that you always.
I never forget. I tell you what, I'm notorious for forgetting. I always forget a tuner
No.
all the fucking time.
Thank you to my guest. God hates astronauts.
Thank you. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you for
my name's
spamming my
Jordan.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
My name's Ed.
And you
Oh,
are.
my name's Chris.
And we've been 3/4 of God Hates Astronauts today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cameron. Hope you're having a great time in Amsterdam, mate.
We know what you're doing.
We know.
Clogs.
Clogs. Just wanking yourself off with clogs.
They have like a giant one, don't they? Just like, he's just like laying in
Slip
it, just
inside, just off
tossing
his-
himself on.
Karen he is a specimen and a half. You would love him.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that boy.
Where can everyone follow you guys on social media?
Right, so at God Hates Astronauts on Instagram, our Facebook, you can just type it into the search bar, and I'm fairly sure it'll be somewhere on the drop-down menu. Don't
Yeah.
click on the comic book. Look for us. That's the ideal option.
The one with all the likes.
All the
Don't
yellow.
click on that
all
one.
The yellow.
Yeah,
Just
don't-
look for the yellow one.
yeah. Look for the one with the big old yellow logo. And our music's on Spotify. We're gonna be it's
Pre-order
not
date.
Spotify.
What's the pre-order date?
25th.
25th.
That's, yeah, 20. So that's by the time this has gone out, it'll be
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
out.
available to pre-order.
It'll be out, won't it?
Definitely, yeah, and yeah. So the EP has been launched 7th of June by now,
Indeed.
probably. I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Depends how
know.
you-
Will this have come out by then? I don't know.
7th of June. That's the EP
Yeah,
launch
yeah.
date. It's going to
Yeah.
be smashing. We're doing
Write that down.
We've got a gig at the Corner House. We're playing with Colk and the Catch. You guys have done stuff with the Catch before as well. haven't
Yes. Yes, we
you?
have.
Good guys.
We got some banging jackets with stencil on the back.
Yeah,
so
well,
Yeah, we're
merch.
making our own merch recently. It's been
you
good
can
fun.
check them out. Come and say hi. It'll be a
it's
blast.
gonna be a good,
Yeah.
good fun time.
Come
Yeah.
Come and get sweaty with us. It'll
Come
be
get
great.
sweaty at the Corner House.
Yeah.
7th of June.
That's the
Is
plan.
that a Saturday or Friday? Or?
That is a Thursday because
Fucking Thursday.
all my
man.
friends who work at bars can actually normally make out a Thursday.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
I might be available for that.
The way I see it, if anyone's not going to go to work one day of the week, it's going to be a Friday. So I reckon they'll just,
Good point,
pull a
yeah.
late one.
Yeah.
That's very true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Just
sense.
encouraging people to take the next day off.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Go home, call in sick.
I'm off work.
Yes! I'll take it.
I'm there.
Dude, let me chuck you one of these.
VIP.
You are, mate. All for you.
Oh, ticket, man. Sweet.
Trying our best.
Man, these are pro.
He's coming as well, just so he can laugh.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want a ticket, Dad? Do you want to come?
Yeah, come have a ticket.
You don't do anything on a Thursday.
You sound well
Can you
rehearsed.
just like stand at the back of the audience and just
Please do.
He's at the front, mate.
Oh,
He's gonna have his hands in his pocket. You won't know what he's doing, but
It's me getting sweaty with We get sweaty in here.
he'll be in the
Let's go.
pit. He'll be in the pit. Watch out for him in the pit.
boy.
I sincerely hope so.
So you can follow Local Distortion on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Instagram. Sometimes do funny stuff on there.
Memes.
Daily posts on there. Memes. Not daily memes, but
Visual-
regular.
That should be a thing. new
Semi-regular me.
Yeah. So we do daily posts on Instagram, Twitter. All the important stuff obviously is on our YouTube channel, which you're probably listening to this on right now. So go subscribe to that. And we do a Mixcloud music playlist podcast, which you guys have been featured on twice.
Yes.
Fucking twice.
We appreciate.
Yes. So if you got a track, if you're in a band, just send it in and we'll put it on there. That's what we do.
Good guys.
And we got t-shirts which help support the channel.
I'm getting one.
£12.
Of those before I leave.
Yes, you
Yes,
can
I
you
am.
can have one. Definitely. And yeah, we're gonna end with a song because we've never done that before. We're changing it up. I'm gonna let you pick. What song do you want to play? Quick, have a look at your EP.
Alright.
I can't remember them.
What have you played already?
So Hanging from the Ceiling's played
Yeah, we
this
played
and this
that.
interview.
I want to play Outrage.
Outrage?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
definitely.
All right, can you do an impression of Tony Harrison first from Mighty Boosh?
I've got this down.
All right, into the mic.
Which
into
one's
the mic.
Tony Harrison?
This, my friends, is an outrage! There are some things that get under my skin. Fed up being looked at like I'm some kind of